Yo, what's going on, guys? MikeDecIsHere, and I know I haven't uploaded anything in a hell of a long time. I've just been busy with real life and friends and tennis and school, and I just haven't really cared. But today I have a battle against TorontoMapleL3afs. This is a battle I had on my stream. He's a subscriber of mine. He's asked me for a battle. I kind of had this Sun team I threw together, and stupid me forgot to include a Rapid Spinner. But I was like, okay, I'll choose this team, and it ended up being a really good battle. He's using a Jersey Shore based team, which if you know me, I don't really like the Jersey Shore, just because everyone thinks I'm a Guido. But rambling aside, I start off with derp thinking he's going to lead with his Tyranitar. He starts off with Landers. I got to get the hell out. I decided to go to Heatran thinking he might just EQ, but he sets up a sub. And that's not good, because it's probably sub Smackdown or sub SD. Either way, it's not going to be too favorable. Gonna go for the HP Ice to break his sub, and then I'm just going to switch out because, yeah, this thing scares the living hell out of me. Yeah, basically, I just can't stay in. Don't want to take an EQ. Not worth the risk of him setting up a sub. If he does it, good for him. I'm just going to go out into my what's this thing called? Hydreigon. I haven't used this thing in so long. This is actually Stone Cold Sub, or IFM, whichever one wants to take credit for it, the Sub Dragon. This one's on Sun, so it has Fire Blast instead of Surf, so I guess it's more stones than IFMs. Just gonna shoot off a Dragon Pulse to hit the hit this thing, and in case he wants to switch, I'm just gonna throw out a Fire Blast. Not sure. I'm thinking for some reason I keep playing like he has a Scarm, and he doesn't. Like, this whole match, I was just thinking, okay, he has Skarmory, and he doesn't end up having it at the end. I'm just like, wait, what was I doing? But, I throw for Fire Blast. He switches into Lucario, I guess, predicting a second Dragon Pulse, and gets one-shotted. So, that was a very risky switch. Crit didn't matter. I'm modest. And, yeah, I mean, I guess that was good for me, and I'm thinking I got a nice lead. Goes down to Dragonite. Not too sure why. I'm just going to fire off a Dragon Pulse just because I can. And he's going to go into his, what's this thing called? His Gastrodon. He should have probably just brought this thing in first. And here, I make a really dumb move. I go into Venusaur, thinking that Ice Beam won't be doing too much. And, yeah, it turns out that Ice Beam does half. So, that was really bad. I just lost a shit ton of health for no reason. I don't even know what item I have on this thing. This thing might be my Life Orb one. See, this, I don't... I can't believe... This is like a really bad team I just kind of threw together with guys in my box. Normally I use leftovers on Venusaur. But yeah, that's probably why I thought I had leftovers. But I'm going to go out to this Hydreigon. Goes out to Reuniclus. I got to switch. I don't have Dark Pulse. He probably thinks I do and decides to switch out and go into his Tyranitar. And I don't want to stay in and take a Stone Edge if he has it. I'm just going to switch up to Dugtrio, thinking maybe he'll just set up rocks or something, and he decides to switch into Dragonite, so I was like, damn, that's not good. At this point, I don't really want to stay in because I can't do anything. Seeing how there's no leftovers, he's either Lumberry or Choice Band. I'm thinking Choice Band based on the fact that this is a sand team. Choice Band makes more sense, but he's gonna go out to Landorus, and I'm thinking now he's not gonna want to switch. He's not gonna EQ because he used the sub last time predicted by switch. Gonna fire off an HP Ice, and it's gonna break the sub. So that was a good prediction on my part. But now I know he's gonna EQ because, yeah, I attacked. Why wouldn't he? And so I'm gonna switch out and go into my Hydreigon again, predicting the EQ, and that is in fact what he does decide to do. So now I'm just going to fire off a Dragon Pulse, I believe, just to kind of get some damage on this thing or whatever, or Gastrodon if he wants to bring it in. I believe he goes out Tyranitar. I'm pretty sure it takes a Dragon Pulse pretty well, which is why I'm assuming this thing is especially defensive. I know that, yeah, it takes that really well. I know that Focus Blast won't kill, but it'll get down to the point where I can kill it with Dragon Pulse based on that damage. So I'm just going to fire for Focus Blast. Hopefully I don't miss, because Focus Blast sucks. End up hitting, which is fantastic. Takes it down a pretty good amount of damage. And he's going to use this time to set up his rocks. I guess he thought this time I would not switch to Dugtrio, which is good for him. But now he's at a point where Tyranitar is pretty useless. It's down a pretty good amount of damage, and I could basically kill it with anything. And and I guess now I'm just going to fire off a Dragon Pulse because I don't really care what he wants to do. I'm just going to get some damage on with Stab. I'm pretty sure it's going to kill at that range. And he brings in Gastrodon, and I don't want to switch in again because Ice Beam will hurt like a bitch. I kind of want to force him to use Recover twice. And so I'm just going to go for a Dragon Pulse and then switch out. So I can get a free switch, hopefully into Venusaur. I'm not too sure really what I want to do at this point. I probably could have switched into Ninetales that turn and fired off a Solar Beam if I have it even. I might not even have the right Ninetales that I'm using. I might be using one that was made when Excadrill was still around. So, I mean, half of my sets are really outdated. I do decide to go to Ninetales. What was I thinking here? He decides to go for a second Recover, I believe, predicting... Oh no, he goes for Ice Beam. I guess I predicted that. I don't remember. This battle was like a month ago, so that was really dumb. I switch it to Ninetales, I guess knowing he's not going to EQ, so I can get my Sun up, and now I'm just going to switch into Venusaur because I can, and he's going to take this time to go out into his Dragonite. I probably could have Will-O-Wisp this turn, and, you know, probably just could have taken whatever he wants to fire me, because I am defensive Ninetales, but, the risk was not worth the reward. He kills me off at extreme speed. I'm going to bring out my Arugamoth, and, not Arugamoth, this thing is Volcarona. There we go. And, I am bulky, and I know a CB extreme speed will not kill me, so I am just going to go for the Morning Sun, and I get back a huge amount of health. And I know he's going to switch because extreme speed is doing Jack, and, what's it called, a burn chance from Flame Body is not worth staying in. So I'm going to set up a Quiver Dance, bring in whatever he wants to go into. It goes out to Tyranitar, and I'm just going to kill this thing off with a Bug Buzz, which means I win the Weather War, which is pretty nice. At this point, I'm not really too sure what else he wants to do. I'm very ahead of myself, but I mean, I guess I could have sped this up a little quicker, but I think it's a good pace. But anyway, rambling is rambling. I'm just going to fire off a Bug Buzz now. It's going to take out the Tyranitar, and like I said before, this is going to be the end of the Weather War. As soon as I bring my Ninetales back in, I'm going to have my Sun up, but the problem is now at this point, I lost my Venusaur, which means that his Gastrodon is going to be really hard to take out. He is now going to bring in his Dragonite. I'm going to switch out, go to Ninetales, basically his death fodder, because I don't need it anymore. It's not going to do too much to his team. And I want to see what he locks himself into. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Outrage, and if so, I can go out to Heatran and basically just Revenge Kill it with Hidden Power Ice. And that's basically what he decides to do. He locks himself into Outrage. Heatran is free switch. This might be my offensive one. If it's Balloon, I'm pretty sure it's offensive. Yeah, so I outspeed, fire off that HP Ice. Since his multi-scale is broken because of that one turn of Sandstorm, the Hidden Power Ice is going to take it out pretty easily. So, yeah, down goes Dragonite. That's a pretty huge threat out of the way, and in comes this thing. I know he's going to EQ because he subbed first the last time. Going to go out to my... the Hydreigon, and predicting that, and he does in fact go for the Earthquake. Gonna just fire off the Dragon Pulse because damage on anything is damage on anything, basically, and he's gonna switch out, go out to his Gastrodon, and like I said before, because Venusaur is gone, this thing is gonna be really annoying. I switch? Why did I switch? Oh, maybe I predicted that. I think I predicted him to go into his, yeah, I knew Gastrodon was going to come in. There we go. Okay, so I knew Gastrodon was going to come in because it's pretty solid to check to this Hydreigon because it's really... I can't do jack with it. So I'm just going to now... I know I'm physically defensive, so even after Quiver Dance, he can't touch me. So I'm going to just go for the Quiver Dance. He has EQ. I'm guessing this is Shake It Up's mixed or defensive wall or whatever. And I'm going to just fire off a Morning Sun, and that's going to be a huge, huge help. I get all my health back, and he goes for a Toxic, and that's pretty bad. But the thing is that I can now just set up, I believe, 2 more Quiver Dances, or maybe just 1, and proceed to pretty much wreck his team, because there's not too much he could do. I'm just going to basically set up another Quiver Dance, and now I'm going to go on the I believe I go on the offensive after this turn. Maybe I set up another one, I'm not too sure, I don't really remember. He goes for cover, trying to just Toxic Stall me. I can't really switch out because of Toxic and Stealth Rock. So basically now Volcarona is just do or die. I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz, and it does a pretty good amount, but he's just going to recover off the damage. I do get a special defense drop though, which really helps because now I can set up another Quiver Dance, and basically now I could beat this thing because of that drop. He is going to switch out here most likely because the drop did suck. He is going to switch out, go out into his Reuniclus, basically as death fodder. I am not going to take any chances. I'm just going to fire off that Bug Buzz, and that is going to take out the Reuniclus, most likely, unless... No, even if he was specially defensive for some lol reason, Bug Buzz would take it out. So I go for Bug Buzz, and Bug Buzz is going to demolish the Reuniclus. So, got a little mini-sweep going, but because of Toxic, and because that Gastrodon is actually specially defensive with mixed attacks, I'm assuming because of how little that Bug Buzz did, Volcarona is not going to be able to finish this battle. I am going to now... He goes out into his Landorus and makes a good switch and goes back out to his... what's this thing called? Gastrodon, predicting the Fire Blast. I'm going to go for the Fiery Dance. And because Toxic damage racked up enough, I am going to die next turn, which is pretty bad. Now I have a lot of problems left for this team. I can't really beat it. The thing is now is that I can actually I can beat this Gastrodon with Dugtrio, and now the problem is that if Landorus gets up a sub, I am in a lot of trouble. He goes to the Ice Beam. I was hoping maybe this would bring me down to at least maybe kill me, so I could bring out Hydreigon and kill him with the Dragon Pulse, but no, I live with 13, and that's awful because now Reversal, I'm hoping Reversal could break subs. I go for Reversal. It looks like if I get max damage, I could break a sub. If I can't break this sub, it's basically game over, or it's going to come down to predictions. Go for Reversal. It doesn't end up breaking. So I am now in a huge hole. Hidden Power is going to kill me. I don't know why he went for it. Probably better off just going for EQ. And now I'm in a pickle. I'm going to bring out Hydreigon to go for the Dragon Pulse to take out the sub, and now it's basically prediction. If he sets up a sub this turn, I lose. If he goes for EQ, I lose. So I was thinking maybe he would set up a sub, and because that would be the smart. If he set up a sub, I cannot win. I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse, hoping he sets up a sub, predicting a switch, but he goes for EQ. And that means that's going to be game over. I go down, and that means he trans my last, and he's going to kill it with Earthquake. So, that was a great game, Toronto Maple Leaf. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sun Team is derp, but, I mean, it was still a pretty good battle. I mean, obviously there would probably be some updates I'd make to this team if I were to use it again, but, you know, a hell of a game. You played pretty well, man. So, good game. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Yeah, once again, sorry for not posting. I just really haven't cared. But let's see, maybe I'll do a question of the day this time. How about, what's the dumbest thing you've ever done on a Saturday night? Yeah, let's do that one. I mean, I've done some pretty dumb things. Alcohol is a really bad drug. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out, guys. Mike Deck is out of here. Later.